Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Miss Anita and everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Diva Alifia Fariet. Here I want to present about the analysis of the translation strategy and the translation quality of Burj Khalifa. There is a search tag entitled Burj Khalifa. And here's my analysis of translation strategy and translation quality. For the first sentence, the Burj Khalifa is the world's tallest building. Burj Khalifa adalah gedung tertinggi di dunia. For the translation strategy is established equivalent and peer borrowing in Burj Khalifa. For the translation quality, all of them is perfect. Next, the height is a staggering 828 meters or 2,719.5 feet tall, soaring over Dubai. Tingginya mengejutkan 828 meter atau 2.716,5 kaki menjulang di atas Dubai. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, peer borrowing in Dubai, reduction in a variation in India. For the translation quality, the accuracy and the readability is perfect, but the acceptability is lacking and get to score because in the sentence incompletely and there is no conjunction at before the number indicating the height. Next, it's 3 times as tall as the Eiffel Tower and nearly twice as tall as the Empire State Building. Tingginya 3 kali lebih tinggi dari Menara Eiffel dan hampir 2 kali lebih tinggi dari Empire State Building. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, peer borrowing in Eiffel and Empire State Building, amplification at-nya or tingginya. Translation quality, all of them is perfect. Next, lead end-to-end, its bases stretch over a quarter of the way around the world. Diletakkan ujung ke ujung, potongan-potongannya membentang lebih dari seperempat jalan di seluruh dunia. For the translation strategy is established equivalent and variation-nya at potongannya. The accuracy and the acceptability is perfect, but for the readability is lacking and get to score because the translation use vocabulary is difficult to understand, and the reader must repeat the reading several times to understand the meaning of the sentence. Next, it's good piercing. Height is certainly one of the most impressive facts about Burj Khalifa. Ketinggiannya yang menembus awan tentu saja merupakan salah satu fakta paling mengesankan tentang Burj Khalifa. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, peer borrowing in Burj Khalifa, amplification-nya, variation-nya, at ketinggiannya. For the translation quality, all of them is perfect. Next, Burj Khalifa facts that you can't really upload are its sustainability and ratio of research. Fakta Burj Khalifa yang benar-benar dapat Anda tangani adalah keberlanjutan dan penggunaan kembali sumber dayanya. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, peer borrowing in Burj Khalifa, reduction as outward facts of variation-nya at which makanannya. The all of translation quality is lacking. The accuracy got to score because the meaning conveyed is not acceptable and there is a vocabulary that is not in according with such text. The acceptability got to score because inappropriate choice of vocabulary makes meaning less acceptable, and for the readability get 1 score because the reader must repeat to read the sentence to get meaning from the sentence. Next, every year, 15 million gallons of water are collected sustainably. Setiap tahun, 15 juta galon air dikumpulkan secara berkelanjutan. For the translation strategy is established equivalent and reduction in of For the translation quality, all of them is perfect. Next, the water is used for irrigation, to water the landscaping and plants for the cooling system, and to supply the Dubai fountain. Air digunakan untuk irigasi, untuk menyirami lanskap dan tanaman, untuk sistem pendingin, dan untuk menyediakan air mancur Dubai. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, reduction the year borrowing in Dubai. For the translation quality, the accuracy is perfect, but acceptability and the readability is lacking. The acceptability get to score because choice the meaning of the word landscaping, which translates to landscape, less appropriate and less common used by the people of Indonesia. So from this case, the readability gets to score because the reader must read the sentence to understand what the meaning of the sentence. Next, some Burj Khalifa trivia about the elevators is the building has the longest single running elevator, which is 150 floors. Beberapa hal sepele Burj Khalifa tentang lift adalah gedung ini memiliki lift tunggal terpanjang yaitu 140 lantai. For the translation strategy as established equivalent and keep borrowing in Burj Khalifa. For the translation quality, the readability is perfect, but the accuracy and the acceptability is lacking. The accuracy got to score because the meaning is not conveyed due to the choice of meaning that thus less complex to the meaning of the sentence. Then the acceptability got to score too because not in accordance with the rules good and correct wording in Indonesian. Next, the Burj Khalifa elevator speed is 10 meters per second, making the elevators among the fastest in the world. Kecepatan lift Burj Khalifa adalah 10 meter per detik, menjadikan lift tercepat di dunia. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, you're borrowing at Burj Khalifa and reduction in the as the word elevators. For the translation quality, the accuracy and the readability is perfect, but the acceptability is lacking because there is no conjunction to make this sentence special meaning like in such text. Next, the Burj Khalifa elevator time to reach the observation deck on the 124th floor is only 1 minute. Waktu lift Burj Khalifa untuk mencapai dek observasi di lantai 124 hanya 1 menit. For the translation strategy is established equivalent you're borrowing in Burj Khalifa. For the translation quality, the accuracy and readability is perfect, but the acceptability is lacking because there is no choice of meaning from the word deck to deck may be replaced with a more common one in Indonesian. Next, one of the most mind-blowing Burj Khalifa facts is how much the material weight. Salah satu fakta Burj Khalifa yang paling mengejutkan adalah beberapa berat bahannya. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, which for your borrowings and in Burj Khalifa and variation innya or bahannya. For the translation quality is the readability is perfect, but accuracy and acceptability is lacking. The accuracy got to score because there are two words have not been added. The acceptability got to score too because there is no conjunction which will make the meaning more equivalent with such text. Next, to put things into perspective, the weight of the concrete is equivalent to 100,000 elephants. Sebagai perbandingan, berat beton itu setara dengan 100.000 gajah. For the translation strategy is established equivalent, and for the translation quality, all of them is perfect. Next, the total weight of aluminum used on the Burj Khalifa is equivalent to that of 5 A380 aircraft. Aluminium yang digunakan Burj Khalifa seberat 5 pesawat A380. For the translation strategy is established equivalent pure borrowing in Burj Khalifa A380 reduction in total. For the translation quality, the readability is perfect, but the accuracy and the acceptability is lacking. Next, beside the buildings is designed to resemble the Hymenocallis flower. Selain itu, puncaknya seperti bunga Hymenocallis. For the translation strategy is established equivalent peer borrowing in Hymenocallis, reduction in design variation in-nya at word puncaknya. All of the quality is less perfect and fail to score for all item to assessment. And the last, the central core emerges at the top and culminates in a sculpted spire. Inti pusat muncul di bagian atas dan berpuncak pada puncak menara yang terpahat. For the translation strategy is established equivalent literal translation in berpuncak. For the translation quality, the accuracy is perfect, but the acceptability and the reliability is lacking. The acceptability get to score because there is a repetition in a sentence. And then the readability get to score too because of there is a repetition, make the meaning becomes ambiguous and make the reader must repeat to read this sentence. Conclusion, I think this translation is using many strategies to translate this text. The strategies are established equivalent or AA, pure borrowing or PB, reduction, variation, amplification, and literal translation or LT. So, from many and right strategies are used by the translator, it produced a good quality of translation. And I can conclude that this translation is good, but there are some strategy incompletely to use and make reduce the value and perfect score of translation quality. I think enough from my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.